In a world where beloved intellectual properties are forced to be alone and kept separate from one another against their will, two men intend to break them free of this oppressive regime and bring these franchises together through the medium of crossover fanfiction. This is Crossover Quest!
Hello and welcome to Crossover Quest.
Hello and welcome.
It's the podcast where we take two films or comics or
two geeky things.
Yeah, and we then write crossover fan fiction of it and we read it to each other.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Thanks for stopping by.
I'm Ali.
And I'm William. And thanks for stopping by.
And this week we are going to cross over Fallout and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yes, boom, ba-ding, ding, boom, boom. That one.
Is that one? Oh yes, it was.
In between scenes.
That was suggested by Paul Matthews.
Right, thanks for that, Paul.
Funnily enough, we also got a suggestion this week for Fallout and Frasier from Irby from YouTube.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. Will Frasier be making an appearance in your story?
I've written it before, so I couldn't. I was gutted because I really like Frasier.
Me too. But
I kind of just wanted to do Frasier.
Frasier might find his way in there, though.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Thanks for the suggestion. So I guess we're going to get on with, we should probably, do our usual ubiquitous, let's talk about the bits and pieces. Right?
Okay, cool, I'm up for that.
Oh, okay, let's do it. I'm acting like I hate doing this bit, but I really don't mind it. It's like I get 70% excited about this bit.
Oh, that's good.
So, what's first? Frasier?
Fallout or Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Fallout.
Not Frasier.
Alright, starting with Fallout, big video game franchise. Both of us have played it.
I've played Fallout 3. I literally only Fallout game I've played.
Well, I played all of Fallout 3 and all of Fallout New Vegas, and I did not like Fallout 4, and the earlier ones are too far long ago on the PC, and I didn't play them.
Yeah, I don't think the old ones are really for me. I get the appeal, but I don't think
They rebranded it back in the mid-noughties, didn't they? They rebranded it as a first-person RPG, and it's all set in a wasteland after it's called Fallout. It's all set after
you should probably get to what it's about. Yeah,
set in the future.
Explain what it's about.
Nuclear fallout. There's all these settlements and savages and monsters in the world, and it's like an RPG, and you try and solve the story of whatever situation. You come out of a vault usually at the start, and you have to find your dad or find your kid. That's basically the plot so far that I've played. New Vegas has a different plot, but yeah, and there's usually side plots. American City, love Americana.
It's like a 1950s America.
It's an alternative future, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool. Like the whole nuclear family thing, and
it's like nukes went off in the 50s, but it was a highly technological 50s.
But it's actually the later years, I think.
Well, it's like the 50s, but they had robots and stuff, but 50s tellies.
And 50s cars, robots,
50s cars and laser plasma rifles.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Weird.
It's really cool.
It is really cool, yeah, but I just didn't like the fourth one very much. Bored me a little bit.
I didn't play it. I don't have anything to play it on. I might try it eventually.
So there you go. If you like Fallout, then you know that me and Ali both have a basic appreciation for it.
I loved Fallout 3, and
I'm basically saying here,
Fallout New Vegas, but I like the look of it, obviously.
Yeah, well, it's good. Vegas is really good, but really glitchy. But what I was basically saying is that we know this franchise better than we know Hotline Miami, for instance.
I knew Hotline Miami pretty well.
Alright, I didn't. or Breaking Bad, for instance.
Oh yeah, neither of us knew what that was.
You can rest assured, this episode we will know the things that we're writing about a bit better.
Okay, well, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, what do you know about that?
I've never seen it.
Oh man.
Nah, I'm lying, I've seen it. Seen it, Ali. We used to watch it after school.
I know you've seen it. We watched it together. And we used to laugh.
After Neighbours, it was on BBC Two.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Simpsons stuff.
American listeners right now, if there are any, will be going, the fuck are they talking about BBC Two? Get your commie shit up your ass, brother fuckers. I thought brother fucker was less of a swear than motherfucker. I don't know why.
So Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, though.
Yeah, so poor black kid goes to live with a rich black family and is a bit cheeky.
Good, that's a good summary.
Yeah, got it. Because he lived in Philadelphia, and he was getting in fights with kids in the basketball. I'll tell you the story the way it's supposed to be told. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. You do the rap.
No, I won't do the rap.
So do it the William Shatner way.
Let's just not do a rap.
In West Philadelphia,
you explained it well enough.
West Philadelphia, born and raised. Something to do with both of his knees. Then he was chilling and relaxing and flaxing and cooking and playing some b-ball outside of the school.
Yep.
A couple of guys, they're up to no good, started making trouble in the old neighbourhood, and he got in one little fight, and his mum felt ill-prepared, and she said, I'm going to send you to live with your uncle up the stairs, or you're going to live with your auntie and your uncle in Bel-Air. Then he was looking at his kingdom and hailed for a cab. And he got in the cab and he drove there real fast. And then he pulled up to the house, number 7 or 8, and he said, home, see you later. Back home to Bel-Air. Yeah, so there was an extra bit that they sometimes showed if the episode was short, I think.
I think it was just in earlier episodes.
Yeah, I don't know that bit.
And it was like...
I said to Uncle Phil, come over here, I'm going to cause some mischief right up in here. And then Uncle Phil said to him, that's not very good rhyming. You just rhymed the same word twice. Bad rap. And that's the story of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So now that you're all cut up, did you like it, by the way?
Yeah, I really liked it when I was age appropriate, when it was out.
Will Smith was in it, by the way. For anyone that's not aware. Will Smith was in it, and he's big famous now.
He is actually a big famous A-lister.
Yeah, A-lister.
Proper A-lister.
And Alfonso Ribeiro?
Yeah.
Or Ribonso Falfiero?
Yeah. He was in it.
He was in it. And he still does that silly dance in shows now and nothing else.
He was known for that one then.
Plays himself and stuff now.
Yeah.
Alright, let's move on. Story time.
So, I've got a story for you here. It is called Fallout and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Whoa!
Yeah. Fallout reference.
I think
two Fallout references I mentioned.
New Vegas.
Oh, you put that together now.
How's it a Fallout reference then if you didn't think...
I did put it together. I was making a stupid joke.
Got ya.
A funny stupid joke.
Hilarious stupid joke.
War. Always be changing. Man, ain't nothing that changes more than war. Used to just be a bunch of fools with pointy sticks arguing over which of their gods hated women more. But then they kept getting pointier and pointier sticks until my fuckers were straight up nuclear warring and shit. War never changes. Get your broke ass out of here with that bullish, son. My name is Will Smith, and my story started when... Actually, let me tell it to you all in gentle 90s rap.
That's a deep cut, that joke, but I like it.
What?
The war changes.
Oh, right, yeah.
Do you want me to lay down a fat beat for you?
No.
Oh.
You really wanted to lay down a fat beat, didn't you? Well, it was so hard to do that.
For the people listening at home, I was laying down fat beats using on the coffee table a while ago, so it'd be appropriate. I had practice, but never mind.
Now, this is a story all about how my life got turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute to sit right there. I'll tell you how I became a prince of a settlement called New Bel-Air. In a vault in Philadelphia, born and raised. In the vault is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. Not shooting any b-ball because we was all up in a vault. When a couple of tunnel snakes, who were up to no good, started making trouble in my section of the vault. I got in one little fight and my mum got scared. She said, you're moving with your auntie and uncle in New Bel-Air.
New Bel-Air.
I exited out into the wasteland and hailed for a cab, but they don't have cabs, so I had to walk my way there. If anything, I could say it, this walk was rare, but I thought, nah, forget it. Oh fuck, a giant radioactive cockroach. I walked up to the house about 7 or 8 and yelled to the radroach, you're home. You died really easily. I looked at my kingdom, I was finally there, to sit on my throne as a prince of New Bel-Air. Will you stop your infernal rapping? Interrupted Uncle Phil, a no-nonsense judge who ran New Bel-Air. No doubt, replied Will coolly. I thought you'd like to hear a story of how I ended up here again is all. No, I don't want to hear your goddamn story, nor do I want to hear any more of your particular brand of non-threatening rap. I feel you. And what's all this about you being the prince of New Bel-Air? Who the fuck said you were the prince? Well, let's be honest here, Phil. It's not that you're going to give that honour to Carlton. And why the hell not? He's my son, is he not? Will just rolled his eyes. I certainly am, Papa, said Carlton enthusiastically, as he had been there the whole time. And that's all it takes to be a prince. You see, it isn't an honour that is handed to someone. All sons born to a king are princes. Now, Papa here isn't an actual king, so neither of us are technically princes. An awkward silence followed Carlton's explanation. Boom! Shake the room, interrupted Will. What did I say about your particular brand of non-threatening rap? Cut to Will being comically thrown from the front door by Uncle Phil, who voiced Shredder in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Cool.
Did you not know that?
No.
I thought that was a fact that everyone knew.
I didn't know it. I know how big the Mars is, though.
The Mars?
Yeah, I know how big it is.
What do you mean the Mars?
I'm just saying.
The planet?
Yeah, I know how big it is.
How big is it?
It's bigger than the Earth, but smaller than the Jupiter.
Okay, cool. Once again, Will had to wander this American wasteland. which was his favourite Tony Hawk's game, but his least favourite thing to wander in real life. As Uncle Phil had commanded, he'd get out of his settlement of New Bel-Air until he had made something of himself and proved he was worthy of the Prince title. And take Carlton with you too, I'm sick of the sight of him. The two cousins walked the sandy miles of what used to be Los Angeles looking for any signs of human life and start proving his worthiness. Wow, all this walking sure is making me thirsty, said Carlton. Can't we stop for a quick milk malted? What? No, where do you think we're going to find a milk malted out here in the wasteland? Do you think we're just going to stumble across a 1950s-style diner? Well, we have passed 14 of them. Yeah, but they all had atomic puns in their names. I get that they're 50s inspired, but I won't put up with it. And this is coming from someone who loves puns. You know how much I love puns, Carlton. To be fair, Will, it is thematically appropriate. After all, nuclear war is responsible for how post-apocalyptic our great country has become. Will had been bested, so he allowed Carlton to enter a diner. Why, hi there, travellers. What can I get y'all? Greeted the friendly, pretty waitress. And she has big boobies, blurted Carlton. Will placed his face firmly in the palm of his hand. How many times have I got to tell you to play it cool? He sighed. I thought I was, no? No. Aw, shucks, I don't mind, said the waitress. Nothing wrong with a bit of male attention every now and then. Keeps my titties on their toes. Now, what can I get y'all? Atomic fries? A glass of Nuka-Cola? Manhattan Project slaw? Will clenched his jaw, fists, buttocks, and the hole at the end of his penis at the overuse of the nuclear punnage. He was about to unleash a cool-ass, summertime-based 90s rap about proper pun usage when a gang of raiders burst into the diner. Knowing how dangerous raiders could be, Will unclenched his cockhole and promptly pissed a plenteous portion of his pant. I love doing that shit. Well, started the gang's leader, we're gonna kill all y'all. Wait, pleaded Will. What if I sold you my cousin and this waitress for slavery? That's quite an assumption you're making there. What, because we're raiders we have to be slavers too? That's like me saying that just because you're a Scientologist you must be covering up for being gay. I'm neither, said a confused Will. The raiders mumbled knowingly to each other, making sure that Will could see they weren't buying it. So you're not slavers then? Asked Will. Change the subject a little. No, we are. And so a deal was struck betwixt Will and the slavers, and they began manoeuvring Carlton and the waitress into the raiders' van. Please, Will, pleaded Carlton as he was being dragged away. What would Uncle Phil say? This is ridiculous. I don't even have any prior relationship with this guy, added the waitress. What would Uncle Bill say? What would Uncle Bill say?
Bill.
The raiders finished slaving it on up and gave Will a couple of fistfuls of bottle caps before driving off. Now that's what I'm talking about, catchphrased Will before setting off back to New Bel-Air.
Best verb creation ever.
Uncle Phil, screamed Will once he'd reached the gates of New Bel-Air. Uncle Phil, I've made riches beyond your wildest dreams. Surely now I could be crowned prince. Uncle Phil came down to the gates in his dressing gown. The hell is wrong with you, boy? He bellowed. It's 3:45 in the goddamn morning. Look at all my riches, Uncle. Am I now worthy of the title of Fresh Prince of New Bel-Air? Why have you got a bunch of dirty old bottle caps? They're my riches, my monies, my Skrilla, my bankings, my Tesco club card points. Phil gave Will a disappointed look that both were all too familiar with. You damn fool. Bottle caps aren't riches. These are riches, said Phil as he opened his ornate designer bathrobe, revealing each member of the bank's family, gripping onto Phil's beautiful black body like little possum babies. The whole gang were there. Hillary, Ashley, Geoffrey, both versions of Vivian, and a wad of cold hard cash. You see, Will, the weight of a man's wealth is measured by his family, not bottle caps. I am the richest man on earth. My beautiful daughters represent the wealth of joy. Both versions of my wife represent the wealth of pants joy. Geoffrey represents the wealth of owning a human being, and the wad of cash represents actual wealth. I have learnt a valuable lesson, said Will nonchalantly. Good. Now why don't you and Carlton jump under this robe, and we can finally get some good old-fashioned family sleep. Where is Carlton, by the way? Will looked into the camera like all, and shit. The end.
Ah, what a classic episode of Fresh Prince, man. You took me right back there.
It's exactly.
It's just like one of those Elseworld episodes they used to do with Roseanne and stuff, like a weird episode of What If episodes.
And Friends.
Doing Friends. That'd be a perfect What If episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You captured the Fresh Prince pretty well there.
You think so?
Yeah, I thought it was just like him. I don't know where his hatred of puns came from.
No, he loved puns.
Just hated nuclear puns.
It wasn't even that he hated nuclear puns, just the overusage.
There was a lot of it. There's a lot of it in that game. You know.
That's kind of what I'm getting at.
At the start, he's never seen a massive cockroach before, has he? Then he calls it a radroach straight away. So he
got shot into it, didn't he?
And you got chatting to it.
Yeah.
So they talk and...
I don't know, maybe he can talk to animals, I don't know. Maybe some Dr. Dolittle thrown in there.
Yeah. I loved some of the little throwbacks, man. The startup was very, very good. I like the rap you did. Very funny. Quite, very Fallout, very Fresh Prince. So you're a perfect crossover.
You got a story for me?
Yes, I suppose I do. It's hard to follow that one up. That's a good one. Whoa, what's it called? Let me just let me just find it. Let me just find it on my phone, I guess. This is called. Okay. The Fresh Fallout of Bel-Air.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. I'm so glad I wrote that one in advance. So, in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, it's set. This is set. It's like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but it's set a little bit in the future, right?
Okay.
But not like post-apocalyptic or anything like that. It's just like 7 years in the future from now.
Right.
Society is decaying a little bit. So there's like, I'll give you an example. Like, even though Uncle Phil is a really rich lawyer, like judge type guy living in Bel-Air with his family and all that, and Will's now a bit older. He's out of school, and Carlton's out of school. They were in school for fucking ages, man. Yeah. But now they're out of school, and Carlton's like got a job because colleges are all being burnt down by anarchists. So, okay. Certain things are bad in society. So Carlton and Will just are breaking into houses at night, and like Carlton's just still looking up to Will and wants to. I'll give you some dialogue. So Carlton's like, "Oh, Will, I don't know about this," and Will's like, "Shut your bad mouth." Shut your mouth, fool. Carlton's like, "Oh, Will, you never used to talk to me like this." He's like, "Well, the way I'm talking right now is consistent with how I talk 7 years in the future, so don't question it." So Carlton's like, "Okay, so what we're doing is like breaking into this rich schmuck's apartment." And Carlton's like, "Well, why are we doing that?" It's like, because he's rich, he's going to have loads of valuable things. There's going to be like ghetto blasters and like expensive caps, I guess. And Carlton's like, "Yeah, there'll be like paisley jackets." Will's like, "Possibly there'll be a paisley jacket?" What? Talking to the audience now, break the fourth wall. You guys think I'm going to jump down his throat for saying paisley jackets? Like, well, that's a girly thing. They're worth money. I mean, Carlton, what we're here for is like to find goods and sell them. Exactly. Paisley jackets are worth a lot of money. I mean, rich guys have them. Yes, you'd look like a fool if you wore them. Don't do that shit no more. And also, Will just remembers he doesn't know what a paisley jacket is. So
he just remembers that.
No, it doesn't know what it is. By extension, Carlton doesn't know what it is, because I don't know what they are, so they don't know what they are. I haven't been able to write them the knowledge of what paisley jacket is. It just sounds like something Carlton would have done.
Right, fair enough.
Anyway, they get into this apartment, and it's like, it's nice, it's really nice, it's elegantly decorated, and they're like, you know what, we're just going to hang out here. Because, like, things outside the window aren't that bad. I mean, really, okay, there's that spate of, university bombings, I suppose I wrote into the story, like, stupidly, that's blocked me in a little bit, but you look out the window, it's a nice city out there, and there's plenty of food. And Carl's like, yeah, we could just hole out here until the trouble's passed. And Will's like, yeah, but we're not in that kind of situation. You've got a job. We could just leave now and we're fine.
They've got a job. Why are they breaking into houses?
Well, Carl's got a job. Will doesn't. It's hard to. But they're just bad. They're trying to get a thrill. Okay. There's no more TV either. Right? TV's been banned and it's upsetting the kids, so they're doing bad stuff. They're trying. It's like a kind of a disturbing behaviour situation. So then in this house, they check all the rooms. There's no one there, so don't even think that's going to happen. Okay, it's just Carlton and Will, and they're like contemplating like this flat's got this nice food. There's a decorative gun we could probably use to protect ourselves against zombies or something. And Carlton's like, you're getting way ahead of yourself. Like the economy's in a downward spiral. I get that. The pollution is bad. It's like 7 years worse than you can imagine it being right now. It's like 7 years worse. But it's not that much worse. I was like, I know, what should we do? Like, it's like, well, you seem to be hell set on like holding up somewhere. I mean, the guy who lives here is going to be home tonight, I guess, at some point. We're like, yeah, but we should really have a bunker. And Carl's like, dude, what are we doing here? He's like, okay, I came here for a specific reason. It's like, why? He's like, oh, yeah, it should have been more obvious. Like, this is Fraser's apartment. And Carl's like, is it? He's like, yeah. I dropped so many hints. Rich dude's apartment, elegantly decorated. What else do I have to say, guy? He's like, why are you calling me guy? He's like, I don't know. It's like I'm in a white dude's apartment. I'm saying things like guy all of a sudden. Can't help it. Is that racist?
I don't think so.
Black guys would never say guy.
No, but Carlton, that's the whole...
Carlton. Yeah, Carlton, that's something you would have said once upon a time. He's like, yeah, but I don't understand if I'm like a vastly different person, like I've seen the ravages of war, or I'm just, the same Carlton, 7 years older, not doing great, I suppose. But you know what? If you go back to the original series that we were in, I wasn't that bright. I went to a good school, but I wasn't that intelligent. I was kind of dumb. I just tried really hard.
He had book smarts, he didn't have street smarts.
Exactly. So I got beaten up by a street, And here I am, all fucked up, not doing very well. And we're in Frasier's apartment, apparently. And Will's like, we could totally, like, stay here, kill Martin when he comes in. And Carl's like, are you joking right now? I was like, yeah, I'm joking, but just hear me out, okay? Kill Martin, fucking kill Daphne, kill the dog, fucking kill the wee dog guy. The dog's probably dead by now, Will. It's been 7 years since Frasier ended. It's been way longer than that. It's been 7 years since now, which would be another 12 years since Frasier ended. So it's like 19 years since Frasier. Do you think that dog's still alive? He's like, I really don't think this flat belongs to Frasier anymore, if I'm completely honest. Yeah, I don't think Kelsey Grammer's still alive. We're calling him Kelsey Grammer now. Yeah, we are. Alfonso Ribeiro and Will Smith. Don't even know which one of me is talking right now. Okay, so we should probably, like, reference the other characters in some way. Yeah, I still feel like we're not doing... We've done Frasier, that's good. We said earlier we might do Frasier. Frasier's done. Let's just... You're sitting on the dad's chair. It's like, yeah, I am. It's like, why? He's like, still here. It's like 7 years plus 12 years older. And look at it. It's still fine. It's still the same bit of duct tape. I don't think they used the same chair for the whole thing. I don't think they used the same dog, Will. And they did use the same dog, because like old ladies leave their houses to it and shit. Not now they don't. Where does these houses go? That dog probably started the whole financial crisis. All the mortgages failing. I bet that's what happened. I bet you that's what happened, even though... Yeah, the timing actually... That would be like 7 years ago and then like 5 years. No, more, like 8 years. 7 years ago and then 8 years ago from 7 years ago. The dog would probably still be alive and then die. It happened when the dog died, Will. It's like, you're right. With that realisation, the Illuminati come in, like, through, like, the chandeliers. No, there's no chandelier. On the balcony. They come in, they're like, you guys know too much. And Will Smith's like, oh, dude, what do we do? I didn't ever say dude. I don't think, yeah, snap. Oh, snap, what do we do? And the Illuminati are like, well, we've got no option. You need to get out of the Tenpenny Tower, we're going to explode it. Yeah, Tenpenny Tower there and shit. So they blow up Tenpenny Tower, Will and Carlton make an escape. But it's a nuclear fallout, guys. That's what happens. Nuclear fallout. And because one bomb goes off, the Russians bomb the Koreans. That's what happens. Russia bombs Korea, and like Sudan bombs Australia, and New Zealand bombs like the Cook Islands and the Pitcairn. Oh yeah, 7 years in the future, every country's got a nuclear weapon.
Right.
Most of them got their nuclear weapons like 2 years after 7 years ago, and up until 7 years ago. In fact, just about a week ago, the Pitcairn Islands got their first nuclear weapon. So it was all a big plan. 2 years after 7 years ago, all the planets, all the countries got nuclear weapons. And then Will Smith found out the secret about how Eddie from Frasier started the subprime mortgage market to go under because of all the houses I was recapping it, all the houses old ladies had given to Eddie, and he wasn't there to like pick up the keys and shit.
He couldn't write a will.
Couldn't do anything. So the houses just sat there in escrow. It sounds good. Means nothing. Totally wrong. Escrow means it's waiting to be bought, doesn't it? Or no, it's being bought. They're just waiting for money. Don't know what escrow means, but they're in escrow, and like half the houses in America, everyone's homeless. So society was starting to decay, and Will was saying just as they left the big building with as the nuclear bomb went off, just around him, I said it's a bunker right here, we'll be fine. Or not. They're just walking into the mist to become mist. But Will says, I reckon we stay up there for like another 7 years from now, it would be fallout out here. It's like, okay, so we eat all the fucking pistachio nuts and fucking seared scallops out in that fridge. That'd take us 2 days. And then what do we do? So I don't know, there's a piano. Was there a piano?
Yeah.
There's a piano. Yeah, there's a piano, because Niles used to play it. And Niles is walking beside them going, I was there playing it the whole time. There was no theme song for this. You're just two guys broken in my brother's apartment. I pretended to play the piano because I was playing it when you came in. You never noticed. Alright, Niles, there's plenty of Frasier. Now that the world has been exploded in nuclear holocaust, I think Phil and that will be dead, so no point. Jazzy Jeff going to come in any second now? Jazzy Jeff? No sign of Jazzy Jeff either. Well, that's a bummer. Okay, well, Carlton, I'm dissipating into the reality right now. How are you doing? He's like, he's doing the, it's not unusual dance. He's like, as his legs evaporate underneath him, he's like, my hips can keep going, I'll stay up. But no, he just crumbles. Leaves a shadow that looks like a white guy. And that's the best send-off you've ever had, yeah. Looks like a skinny white guy. And Will Smith goes, I'll be back. And he wasn't. The end.
Okay.
I think I covered it.
Yeah, it was mostly Frasier.
Frasier was easier, man. I was listening to your story and thinking...
That didn't happen in Frasier.
No, I'm just thinking like, okay, so he set Fresh Prince in Fallout, so That would mean when I went and wrote my story a week ago, that I would have to set Fallout. So I take a character from Fallout and put him in a Bel-Air mansion. That is not going to work. I'll put them in Fraser's flat and then see if you guess it, and you didn't. So even though I hinted,
I had rich guy, exquisitely decorated, and paisley jacket.
I said exquisitely decorated though.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
I should have got it.
The hints are there.
And you said at the start of the episode,
I probably put Fraser in it. Yeah. Even with a wee mystery, and also I think that the subprime market that just popped in at the last minute, that's a good story.
Good story. I like that.
Because it actually makes some logical sense.
When you start talking about Eddie and the things, I was like, oh, he couldn't sign a will. He has paws, not hands. Yeah. And it all came together at that moment.
I think even if Eddie was made by like the new Jungle Book movie, which is, we're not that kind of podcast, but I saw Jungle Book, it's really good. Then even then, I don't think he could write a will. King Louis could write a will with a banana pen. Hilarious. I guess that's us done with our stories then.
Yeah, and
two excellent stories.
Thank you. So thank yourself as well.
Thank you. No, they were quite good. They bounced off each other well. I liked your story a lot, and I didn't feel sick in my stomach the whole time I was telling mine with anxiety.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll tell you all about my anxiety sometime, guys. I'm telling these fucking stories. They're going to put me in an early grave, I swear to God.
No.
They are. They're making me sick. But that was fun. That was a breeze. So that was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Frasier. I don't think it wasn't.
It was Fallout.
I don't think we're going to upset too many fans with those ones.
No.
Fresh Prince hardcore are going to get a little bit like, you didn't show enough Ashley. I didn't show any Ashley, motherfucker, or Uncle Phil or anything.
That's okay, you don't have to show anything.
I mention their names, that's all I'm going to do half the time.
That's fair enough.
Like a lazy Marvel crossover.
Yeah, I guess you mean, yeah.
Or the TV stuff. Which is great, but, you know. They call Hulk the green guy. I'd call him the fucking Hulk.
Is that what they call him, the green guy?
And Jessica Jones. She calls Captain America like the flag bearer. And the
like
flag bearer. Like, dude.
Why didn't they just say Captain America?
There's a kid running around with a Captain America mask on. It's not like he's...
I know, it's in this thing. Why didn't they just say
Captain America? Trying to give her some attitude, trying to show how little she cares.
I see.
She's not interested in that. People. If people are like, you've got powers, you should, you know.
I should probably watch it, and then I'd know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Next week, Jessica Jones on Jaws.
That's not what we're doing next week.
That'd be good though.
Yeah, I've not seen Jessica Jones, so...
Yeah, but you could put Luke Cage in there, Captain America in there, the green guy.
I suppose it opens up all Avengers, isn't it?
And Jaws.
And Jaws, of course.
I watched a movie recently. Could I just say this just now, just for fun? Called Sharknado.
Alright, yeah.
I watched it.
Okay.
And I found it fun.
Yeah,
I actually enjoyed it. It's not the worst thing ever. It's actually really fun.
It's supposed to be fun.
I watched it because I watched a film theory on.
But you're also like...
It is theoretically possible for a tornado to pick up all these great white sharks and drop them on Los Angeles.
Really?
It's actually possible. It's unlikely, but the planets have to align, but yeah, very fun.
So what are we doing next week, man?
Sharknado and Sex and the City?
We've already done Sex and the City.
Come on, though, because Samantha would get on with a giant Sharknado. Not the sharks, the Sharknado. She would have sex with a tornado full of sharks. And they're literally raining at the sky.
Like, are you just covering because you can't remember what it is next week?
I literally can't remember. What was it? You told me like 10 minutes ago. When we were on hiatus in this episode. Like, what was it again? I can't remember, man. I've said so many different possibilities.
Okay, next
Frasier
week.
and Firefly.
No, next week, guys. Next week, readers, we're doing... fuck, I forgot now, fuck's sake.
Let's just go to the...
Oh no, I've got it. No, it says it's Pokemon and Predator.
Pokemon and Predator, nice.
Now, imagine if you had gotten to say that.
I know, imagine the impact.
Yeah. They can't see your face, so it doesn't work.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm making that face like, what the fuck's he talking about? It makes no difference. That exact face.
Yeah, so join us next week for... God, that was like getting blood out of a stone.
It really was, but it's hard to remember.
It's just supposed to be us telling you what's going to be next week.
We need a fucking whiteboard. We can write this week's episode.
I tell you two things, and then you're just supposed to say
I forget them. I forget them, Ali. Alright? Fucking forget them. Get over it. That's what happens, right? That is the mechanics of the situation. It's not any more complicated than that.
Right, so join us next week for that. And what else should they do?
Just be good to each other, live good lives, love your wives, love your husbands, love your children.
Right, no, that's what I meant.
You could be ambivalent towards your parents.
You can send us suggestions for other episodes.
If you want, yeah.
Like Paul Matthews did this week.
Do you want a crossover? Would you guys want crossover quest t-shirts? Because Ali doesn't want me to make any. I want to make some. So if anyone asks for a crossover quest t-shirt, I'll get it made and I'll send you it. The first person that asks for one will get one for free. That way I've got an excuse to make a couple. And Ali's not getting one, by the way.
That's fine, mommy.
You're going to feel so guilty. I'll give one to Archie and Megan. Megan will love hers. Get Megan a girl size because she's a girl.
That's girl size.
Yeah, I might even get pink, and I might just superimpose like a unicorn in the middle of the general image.
She'd love it.
She would love that. And I'll have the unicorn pooping out farts.
Love that.
I know. I'm just any suggestions for t-shirts that Megan would love, guys. Send them in. No, so the first person that tweets the Twitter account saying I want a t-shirt, anyone at all.
Why do you keep offering people stuff on Twitter?
Because I don't have to follow through with it because no one's listening.
But follow us on Twitter and Facebook and give us suggestions on there. And,
Instagram.
No, we don't have an Instagram though.
I know, I just want to talk about Instagram.
Okay, what are you going to say about Instagram?
What's the fucking deal with Instagram? Everyone seems to be doing Instagram. All I see is photographs on Facebook that people took with Instagram. Could they not just take these photos with their phone camera and put them on Facebook?
Yeah.
You can get filters other ways, can't you?
I'm sure.
Is it a platform? Is it a social network platform?
I think it's a social network, yeah.
In what way?
I think you just link it with your Facebook.
I don't understand why. I don't get it. I just find it obnoxious.
Okay.
I'm sick of it.
Okay, fair enough.
Twitch. I'm sick of that too.
Really?
Don't follow us on Twitch. We're on there. We've got a big presence, but don't follow us on. I think we should just go with MySpace.
Yeah.
Because if you type in anything on MySpace, we'll still be in the top 5 searches. Whereas on Facebook, we get lost in the crowd. And if you haven't got iTunes, guys, you can watch the shows on YouTube.
Or just like normal podcasts as well. Just like a podcast.
Can you do it that way?
Of course you can.
Direct download sort of thing.
Yeah, you can do a direct download, or you can like subscribe to.
I can't do them on my phone.
Yeah, download Podcast Addict.
Oh, see, guys, download Podcast Addict, and then just
subscribe. Just search.
Then find it annoying because it's going to ask you for your postcode and shit, and then just go on YouTube and stream it.
It's good. You just type in like any button, find it. I don't even know how to fucking find crossover.
Ali's doing pictures now for the podcast as well. So
I'm not.
You did a couple.
I know, but I did a couple.
Well, you got to keep doing them now. So tell Ali what you think. First person that says they like first person that says they like Ali's pictures, will be incorporated in the next picture.
Awesome.
But you don't get a t-shirt, and don't think you can do both. You can't say I want a t-shirt. I want to be the first person to congratulate Ali on his boss pictures. Doesn't work.
Alright, cool.
Stipulate.
Enough of that.
Do you rather have a t-shirt or do you want to be in a picture of fucking Frasier and shit?
So yeah,
next week is Frasier, isn't it?
No, next week is so join us next week. That's a good way of
Frasier and shit.
Join us next week for Pokemon and Predator. Remember to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, audible.com, lynda.com. Peace out.
Do you want a puppy? I mean a t-shirt? Also,
no, that was like
just before we finish, I'm going to do Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Oh,
because I don't know that game, and I'll be like, I don't know, what's a Pokemon? What's a Pokeball? What's a Pokemon? Bye.